In this video, we're going to show you how you can import your highlights from Readwise into NoteDex. As you know, Readwise is a nice web application with an extension for your browser where you can highlight information on the web and save it into Readwise. And it also allows you to synchronize your highlights from your Amazon Kindle. So when you're highlighting items in Amazon Kindle books, they can be synchronized and viewed in Readwise, which is very nice. Obviously, if you're doing that, you probably then want to take those into your app and to start editing and working on your notes. And that's what makes our import feature from Readwise into NoteDex really valuable. And we're going to show you how to do that today. So I'm just going to click in and go into Readwise. In that case, I just clicked my little icon there. And as you can see, we have the main page of Readwise, which shows you the different things that you can have in the application. Now, just for those of you who haven't seen, I'm just going to click on the Connect and Sync and Export Highlights feature. And here you can see the different export options that Readwise has. And we're going to look at the export to CSV because NoteDex can easily import any kind of CSV file. So I'm going to use this to export all of my highlights from Readwise. And I just have to click export and it automatically creates a file for me. So I'm going to open the file. And as you can see here, Readwise data is organized into a number of different columns. So I'm just going to clean up the spreadsheet so that we can see it a bit better. Maybe do it like this. Okay, so as you can see, I've got some highlights. Readwise gives me the book title, the book author, Amazon book ID, any notes that I added, the color of the highlight that I did in Amazon Kindle. And I can also tag notes when I take them manually in Readwise. And I was in the web app and I edited my card notes before we exported them. So I have different tags. And it also gives you location and some other higher information. So to bring this into NoteDex, we've got to decide what we want to bring in and what the title is going to be and things like that. So in this case, I think the highlight is actually going to be the front text that I'm going to put onto the card. The book title, we can use that as the title of the card, perhaps. The book author, I'm not going to include. I don't need that. So I'm going to delete that. Book ID, I don't need that either. And let me just do wrap text just to make it easier to view. I don't have any notes, so in this case I'm also going to delete that, but I could have perhaps put that on the back of the card. So just because I know I'm going to need a field for the back, I'm just going to put that as back. And now color. This is as I mentioned, this is the highlight color that I used in Amazon. And for the sake of this example, I'm actually going to put this as a group. And the tags are the tags that I included and created in Readwise. And I'm also going to use those as my tags in NoteDex. Location type I don't need, and location don't need either. Highlighted that. Don't need either. So we don't really have a great title, but I'm actually just going to use the book title in this example. Now, NoteDex, we just have to reorganize the data just so that it's in the right place. So just copy and paste the columns accordingly. And I'm going to make the book title over here. So do that again. And delete that. So now I've got the information in the format we need. We need the title column, the front text column, the back text column, the group, and the tags that we're going to be using. So the only thing to do now is we are going to, and actually just to make it look nicer, my title, I'm going to actually give it a new title, just Product Roadmaps. And just use that. Now, obviously, you probably want to have really different titles for each of your cards, but this is just a demonstration. So the main thing to do now is, as you know, save as a comma delimited CSV file. Save that, and it already is exported from Readwise, so that was easy. And now we're going to switch over into NoteDex. And we are going to create a new stack for this information. I'm going to call it my Readwise. I'm now going to go into Import Feature. I'm going to import CSV. And there we go. So as you can see, we've got the title of the cards, the front text, no back text, the groups have been imported and the tags have been imported. And because I've got a few cards, again, in previous videos, if you have a lot of cards, you don't want to generate thumbnails because it will take some time. But we only have about 10 or 12 cards, so I'm going to do that. And now we're going to generate the cards. And in about 10 seconds, these cards will have been imported and the thumbnails created for each card. And there you have it. Now let's go back to the stack. And there you have it. The Readwise highlights have been imported into NoteDex. If we open up this, then we can work on and edit our cards in NoteDex. And for those of you who are writers, don't forget our organizer view, which is very useful. And that can organize cards into swim lanes and columns, many different features. So don't forget that. But as you can see, all of the cards have been organized into their different groups, and the groups were mentioned here are also shown here on the left-hand side. So that's how you can import information from Readwise into NoteDex. Thanks very much for watching, and see you in the next video.